So exciting. Could it really be true that Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun have just revealed their sweet, dreamy wedding photos ahead of their big day? The smiles, the chemistry, and the breathtaking scenes have fans buzzing with anticipation. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we take you behind the lens and uncover every detail. Right now, the world seemed to stop for a moment when the first images appeared online. At exactly 10 a.m., both Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun's official social media accounts posted the same caption, just a heart emoji and the words, "See you soon." Attached were 5 photographs, each more breathtaking than the last. In an instant, timelines were flooded, hashtags ignited, and fans all over the globe found themselves holding their breath. There they were, Park Bo-gum in a perfectly tailored white suit, his smile both confident and tender, and Kim So-hyun in a flowing gown of soft lace and silk, her eyes lit with a joy that seemed to pour from the image itself. The two stood in a sunlit garden, surrounded by cascades of white blossoms, their hands entwined as if they had been holding each other forever. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Within minutes, Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun began trending worldwide. Comments poured in, ranging from elated congratulations to tearful disbelief. "I can't believe this is real," wrote one fan from the Philippines. "I've been waiting for this moment since their first drama together." Another posted simply, "My heart can't handle this beauty." The first photo captured them standing side by side in front of a white floral arch, her veil catching the breeze just enough to look like it was made of light. The second was more playful, Kim So-hyun leaning her head against Bo-gum's shoulder, his hand lifting the edge of her veil as he looked at her with a smile that could melt the coldest winter. The third photo was an intimate black and white close-up, the kind that made you feel you were intruding on a private moment. It wasn't just the fans who reacted. Within an hour, entertainment outlets were scrambling to publish articles. "The wedding of the year," one headline read. Another declared, "From co-stars to soulmates, Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun's stunning wedding photos break the internet." Well-known actors, singers, and directors chimed in with congratulatory messages on Instagram. One director who had worked with both wrote, "Seen their chemistry on screen. But this is something else entirely." Behind the scenes, stylists and makeup artists began sharing tiny glimpses of the preparation process. A hairstylist posted a picture of a bouquet of white peonies with a caption, "For the most beautiful bride I've ever styled." A fashion assistant hinted in a now-deleted tweet that Bo-gum's suit had been custom-made in Italy months ago, designed to complement Kim So-hyun's gown without overshadowing it. In the days that followed, fans began analyzing every detail of the photos. They noticed the subtle matching elements. The delicate embroidery on her dress echoed the floral pattern on his tie. The shade of her lipstick perfectly matched the roses in her bouquet. They spotted the way his thumb rested gently on her hand in every shot, as though anchoring her to him. These weren't just staged wedding pictures. They were portraits of a connection so deep it practically radiated through the screen. It didn't take long for the media to start speculating about the wedding day itself. Where would it be held? Who would be invited? Rumors swirled about a private ceremony in Jeju, a destination both stars had mentioned fondly in past interviews. Some claimed the couple had booked one of Seoul's most exclusive venues, one known for its sweeping views and impeccable privacy. No one knew for certain, but the mystery only added to the excitement. For those who had followed their journey from co-stars to this moment, the wedding photos were more than just a formal announcement. They were a culmination of years of shared glances, quiet interviews, and on-screen magic. And as beautiful as the images were, one question lingered in every fan's mind: if the photos were this perfect, what would the actual wedding day be like? While the world swooned over the final images, those who were there on the day of the shoot told a story even more enchanting. The chosen location was a private villa on the outskirts of Seoul, surrounded by gardens that seemed designed for romance. At sunrise, a team of florists arrived, their arms full of roses, hydrangeas, and peonies. By mid-morning, the grounds had been transformed into something out of a fairy tale. The photographer, a renowned artist known for capturing the soul of a moment, said later, "I didn't have to direct them much. They just looked at each other, and the magic happened." Indeed, crew members whispered about how naturally the pair moved together, how Bo-gum would instinctively adjust her gown before the camera rolled, how So-hyun would glance at him in between takes, her smile lingering even when she thought no one was looking. The outfits were a story in themselves. Kim So-hyun's gown was a custom creation by a Korean designer she had worked with early in her career. A nod to her roots and the people who had supported her from the beginning. The lace was hand-stitched. Every petal of the floral design sewn with deliberate care. Bogum's suit was equally thoughtful, sleek, timeless, and understated, allowing her to shine without losing his own quiet elegance. In one particularly memorable moment during the shoot, swept across the garden, lifting her veil high into the air. Without missing a beat, Bogum reached out to steady it, his hand brushing her cheek in the process. The photographer caught it instantly, and that candid touch became one of the most talked about images in the set. Symbolism was everywhere. The white peonies in her bouquet symbolized a happy marriage, honor, and compassion. The pale pink roses represented gratitude and admiration. Even the arch they stood beneath had been built from intertwined branches, symbolizing the merging of two lives into one. The photo session drew to a close. The couple sat together on a wooden bench beneath a willow tree, sharing a quiet conversation while the crew packed up. They laughed softly, leaning in close, their heads touching in a way that felt completely unscripted. Later, the photographer admitted, that last image, the one where they're just sitting there, smiling at each other, wasn't planned at all. But it's my favorite. With the photos now public, attention turned to the wedding itself. Insiders claimed it would be a relatively small affair by celebrity standards, attended only by close family, lifelong friends, and a handful of industry colleagues. Still, the guest list was rumored to include some of the biggest names in Korean entertainment, making it one of the most anticipated events of the year. The couple themselves remained quiet, offering no specific details but expressing their gratitude to fans. In a joint statement, they wrote, "Thank you for celebrating this moment with us. These photos are just a glimpse of what's to come, and we can't wait to share the next chapter with you." And so, the countdown began. Fans marked their calendars. International media prepared for round-the-clock coverage. And somewhere in Seoul, Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun continued the preparations, knowing that in just a short time, those sweet, captured moments would give way to vows, rings, and the start of a new life together. If the photos were any indication, their wedding day would be more than just beautiful, it would be unforgettable. And for those who had been watching their story unfold, it felt like the perfect beginning to a love that had already captured the world's heart. Even after the whirlwind of those first few days, wedding photos refused to fade from the public eye. Instead, they seemed to take on a life of their own, appearing in fan edits, magazine spreads, even advertisements that wanted to capture just a fraction of the magic Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun had created. The images didn't just portray two people standing side by side, they carried a narrative. One that spoke of familiarity, trust, and a kind of connection that seemed untouched by the chaos of fame. In fan communities, threads dissected every moment captured on film. One post that went viral was a comparison of the couple's body language in the wedding shoot to their earliest public appearances together. The difference was striking. Where once there had been polite distance, now there was ease. Where there had been careful formality, now there was warmth that seemed almost impossible to fake. "This is what love looks like," one fan wrote simply, and the comment section flooded with agreement. Media outlets continued to chase the story, not just because of its visual appeal, but because of what it represented, a rare, unguarded glimpse into the lives of two stars who had, for the most part, kept their personal worlds hidden from the public. One entertainment journalist commented, "In an industry where so much is staged, these photos feel honest. And that's why people are connecting with them so strongly." Behind the scenes, the days leading up to the actual wedding were as carefully orchestrated as any drama they had ever starred in. Sources close to the couple described a meticulous attention to detail. The menu was being curated to blend traditional Korean dishes with a few of the couple's personal favorites, dishes they had cooked together during quiet evenings away from the cameras. The music was chosen with equal care, featuring a mix of classical arrangements and modern ballads, some of which held private significance only they would understand. Friends of the couple revealed small details that added depth to the fairy tale narrative. One shared how Bo-gum had been involved in the gown design process, not to control it, but to ensure that So-hyun felt completely herself in it. Another recounted how So-hyun had secretly commissioned an artist to create a hand-painted backdrop for their reception. depicting a sunset over the sea, a nod to a shared memory from early in their relationship. The anticipation was palpable. Just among fans but among those closest to them. Invitations had been sent out weeks earlier, each one handwritten by the couple themselves. Guests were asked to keep all details private, a request that was honored with surprising loyalty in a world where leaks were almost inevitable. And yet, despite all the grandeur and planning, who knew them best said the couple remained grounded. At the end of the day, they're just excited to be married. A friend remarked. All the rest, the flowers, the music, the clothes, it's beautiful. But it's not the heart of it. The heart is them choosing each other. When asked in a rare joint interview what they were most looking forward to, Kim So-hyun smiled, her eyes lighting up. Looking forward to the quiet moments, she said. After all the noise and celebration, I just want to sit with him and know that this is our life now. The answer was even simpler. Waking up and seeing her every morning, he said without hesitation. The sincerity of those answers struck a chord with everyone who heard them. It was a reminder that, beneath the celebrity status, the red carpets, the perfectly curated photoshoots, these were two people building something real together. And so, the world waits. The wedding day is drawing near, and with it, promise of moments even more beautiful than the ones already shared. The photos may have been a preview, but the vows, the rings, first dance, those will be the scenes that complete the picture. For now, the images remain a testament to what's coming. Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun, framed by flowers and sunlight, hands clasped and eyes bright with the knowledge of the life they were about to begin. A love story captured in still frames, yet already moving forward toward its next chapter. Thank you for watching this video until the very end. You felt the magic just as much as we have. We can't wait to bring you inside their wedding day itself. Stay tuned for our next video. It will be even more beautiful, more emotional, and more unforgettable than you can imagine.